Hey guys, and welcome to the PvP Guide. The video is going to be broken down into mechanics, mentality, and then gear and ammo. It's going to be timestamped, so feel free to jump to the particular part that you want to watch, or if you want help on all of it, feel free to watch the whole thing. Okay, I'll make this quick because I don't think Tarkov is a game like CSGO or Valorant where sensitivity matters that much. However, if your sense is so high that you're missing your shots, or your sense is so slow that your movement is clunky, it's probably time to change. And in that case, I would go to an offline mode, shoot some scavs and dial in your sense by seeing what works for you. Or head to the shooting range and practice on some targets, changing your sense accordingly. Okay, now let's talk about peeking, which is a massive feature in Escape from Tarkov. Whether you're a newer or a more experienced player, it can be the difference between losing or winning a gunfight. Some really helpful tips to keep in mind would be, for one, not to swing corners if you're unsure where the enemy is. Stay tight against the wall to become a smaller target when you peek. A really useful keybind to keep in mind is the Alt-E sidestep. It allows you to peek around corners and boxes while still holding your gun upright. This is particularly advantageous as your gun recoil control is so much easier to manage. Also, people won't expect you to be peeking that far out of the corner. If your problem is that you know where they are, but they have you pinned behind cover so you can't even peek, you could use nades to disperse them from their position, giving you time to peek while they run, or for you to push up and gain more space closer to them. This could be even more effective with a torch in your gun to help blind the enemy if they do peek. Make sure you're keeping crosshair placement in mind. I've seen a lot of players shoot before the reticle's on the enemy. Make sure you only take the shot when the red dot is over the player. This ensures that the first bullet lands. Even if the recoil sucks, it will be easier to track them and control it. Alongside that, whether you're hip firing or ADSing, make sure that you're aiming at where you think the enemy will be as you peek the corner. The concept of baiting shots is very important. To do this, run past somewhere you think an enemy might be, preferably a small corridor or doorway, and hold the middle mouse while looking at that room to see if anyone is there and where they might be. You can also b-hop to make this more effective, but if you're a newer player and find this tricky, feel free to leave that out. On a side note, AD strafing or quick peeking can be beneficial, but normally ends up screwing you over as you re-peek the same angle. Okay, I want to incept a message into your guys' head to overarch this part of the video. And it's use this wipe as practice for the next. And what I mean by that is forget about money, KD, survival rate or ego, just focus on improving and having fun. This will exponentially maximize your improvement. By next wipe you'll be a different player altogether. The only way for you to be good in this game is to have confidence. And the only way to have confidence is to master the maps, learn every corner, and this will allow you to know where players might be and see if you can use those spots to your advantage. Also, another big tip is to take deaths on the chin. Otherwise, if you never get over that last death, you're never going to have fun or improve in the next game. You're just going to be tilted. Which is a quick way to ensure your place back at the home screen. In order to start your session with a confident mentality, you need to feel confident in your mechanics. So either start by playing a scav, or warm up in an offline mode like I do on Factory and set the bots to hard and focus on one-tapping them. This will get you warmed up and ready to play. Lastly, in order to stay confident, you can't get too passive, so don't stand still. When players do this, they often get afraid of the player that they hear coming closer towards them, or they end up getting one-tapped by someone sniping them from very far away. As an effect, players ultimately losing confidence in themselves and their mechanics. Let's start by establishing a commonly known fact that good ammo is better than good armor, a good headset, or a meta gun build. It's important to sacrifice the amount of bullets that you can take for the time to kill, or TTK, of the enemy you're shooting at to go down. What I mean by that is, if you can kill an enemy in 2 shots because you've got good ammo, but you have the chance to die in 3 because you took the risk choosing bad gear, you now have the upper hand. And if you play the situation correctly, you have a much better chance of winning than if you chose good armor over good ammo. However, of course Tarkov is a game with innumerable variables that might affect this, but it's important not to sweat the small stuff and just to play and have fun. In this case, analysis can definitely lead to paralysis. Okay, here we are in my stash where I've selected the mainstream calibers being used at the moment. I've put them in a range of low to high to show examples of types of bullets within each caliber. The right side of the column contains the best, and the left being the worst. If you need more support on what rounds do what kind of damage to either armor or flesh, then check out the ammo chart made by NoFoodAfterMidnight that I'll link in the description. In terms of armor, a lot of players these days use the redruM. It's level 4 and it's great for new to mid tier players, but if you're really looking to improve, it's a bad idea as it caps you, because it can't take that many shots. However, that's very dependent on the time in the wipe that you're in, as it dictates what type of ammo people can afford. As you get later into the wipe, you can expect more people to be using better ammo. Early on in the wipe, it's a great choice. For most players, if you're using the redruM and the enemy has a level 5 or 6 armor and an ulton, you're probably not going to kill him, unless you rat him, which isn't very rewarding and doesn't really help you grow as a player. You should try something a little bit stronger, like the Corand. And please just run a helmet, even if it's a shit one that costs 20k, it really could be the difference. If you're new to the game, or you just struggle making money so can't finance good gear, ammo or guns, just make sure you're scavving as much as possible and finding the best budget loadouts from YouTube to run. I would personally suggest watching J-Dog the Wise, he's very helpful for stuff like that. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video, I hope you found at least a part of it informative. If you want to see me play live, I stream on Twitch, Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, 12 to 5 PM GMT. I do follow and sub games for those who need help questing or advice on how to improve. Thanks again.
No, I know. I just pushed up because I was really scared they were going to rush you. So I wanted to try and divert some of their attention away from you, but they had some people hanging back.
Let's go.
What is going on with your game? I've seen this bug before.
Look at my vector.
I know, it's on an EFT. What the fuck?
This is your dog tag. Nice. Fucking.
Good game, good game. Yes,
oh,
BSB, they know what they do. They know how to make good game.
Чего, блядь?